Hello, and welcome to St. John's Lutheran Church. My name is Pastor Rick Roberts. On this second Wednesday in the season of Advent, the sermon today will focus on two texts from Isaiah 2:5, O house of Jacob, come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. And from Isaiah 9, verse 2, the people who have walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who lived in the land of deep darkness, on them light has shined. Our theme for tonight's service, for tonight's sermon, is God's renewing light of love for the world, helping the world to walk out of darkness. For years, in most all of my faith formation, Sunday school classes, and Bible studies, we often talk about the difficult, divisive, and destructive issues in our world. Issues such as bullying, racism, gun violence, homophobia, politics, religion, immigration, Christian nationalism, and white supremacy, to just name a few. During those discussions, invariably, the question always comes up, what do people do without God in their lives? What do they do without having a foundation of faith in their lives? And the answer almost always is, we don't know what they do. What do people do? How are their lives led without God, without a foundation of faith in their lives? If you want, pause the video for a moment and think about that. For me, I think people live in fear, and they live in darkness because of that fear. And if that's true, how sad is that? So, the most important question is, what are we going to do about that? How can we help them have a faith foundation in God to take away the darkness of their fears? And again, you might want to think about that for a moment or two and then unpause the video. You know, as the Church of Jesus Christ, that is our calling. I believe our sole purpose, if not main purpose, is to go to all nations, to go to all people, baptizing and teaching them all about God's love given to the world by Jesus the Christ. How do we do that? Well, before we can teach anyone anything about faith, we need to teach and learn for ourselves. We need to be renewed and guided by the light of the world to see and learn more about God's love for all and our all means all belief. Then, being renewed, we are to do what Jesus commanded us to do. We are to go. And as the Greek in that Great Commission says, can be translated, go as you are going, teaching everyone about God's all-inclusive, all-affirming love. Then we are to invite everyone here to come to hear and learn about the good news of God's love. We have, I believe, a very wonderful, unique, and very much needed renewed understanding of God's amazing gift of grace given to the world by Jesus Christ. As we know, it is by that grace God can and does take away all the darkness in our lives, renewing our lives in love and empowering us to walk through the darkness and into the great light of God's love that Isaiah prophesied about and Jesus fulfilled. As we know, our world is filled with darkness and the many fears that darkness brings. Partnering with God, how will we learn and then live to share God's renewing light of love for the world? How will we help the world to walk out of the darkness and into the brilliant light of God's love, giving us all more hope and giving us all more peace? I believe one of the best ways to learn and teach is by letting people see God's love in action as we live our all means all gospel message of love. Thanks be to God. Amen.